Hey, John, a bigger picture compared to yesterday, which seems like a very well played, tighter game through those later innings. What was your impression of today and how those later innings went?
I think overall not our best game. I think just on a couple of different phases, but you got to give credit to Tyon for kind of living on the edges, and there's definitely some things, especially on the bases, that we need to clean up, and we will. You can't expect to have those types of plays when you're playing against really good teams. So that's kind of the story tonight, I think.
And when you mentioned the base running there, when that rally was starting to build, Bo's a bit tougher with the foot popping off, but then Vladdy in there as well. What was your impression of those plays and what could have been done?
Yeah, weird play from Bo. Heads up by Connor Falefa to keep the tag on. You got to just be a little bit more careful if you're Bo. You see it sometimes, and it's a weird thing with replay, and you got to just be a little bit more attentive to what you're doing. And Vladdy flat out needs to run harder. That's inexcusable. I'll tell him that when I see him later tonight. We're at the point where every little thing matters, every 90 feet matters. It should matter every day of the season, and that wasn't the best right there.
On the pitching side, Jose Barrios had some velocity, had some positive moments, and there were also times that they did hit him hard, and the defense at times let him down. So what do you make of his start overall today?
I thought he probably had his best stuff of the year. Velo, landing his breaking ball. He had great stuff from the start. A couple pitches that were middle when they probably should have been on the edge, especially early in the count. You look at Higashioka, kind of first pitch a couple times, but I thought he was really good, and I thought he probably deserved a little bit better than what he got, but really liked the stuff from him tonight.
John, when you mentioned about the stuff, when you're evaluating kind of making your plans, like how much does seeing stuff like that factor into it, even if the results aren't there? How much does the stuff override the results in an outing?
A little bit. We trust Jose. He's really good. He's been good for a long time. So, it was great to see him go out and throw the way he did. And, again, we have all the confidence in the world in him. And, I think a pitch here or a pitch there, it's probably a little bit of a different outcome. So you evaluate everything. You evaluate results. You evaluate stuff. You evaluate everything, and was really pleased with what he did tonight.
John, 2 games and Aaron Judge still looking for home run number 61. What have you liked about the way your pitchers have attacked him? I know he looked at a lot of full counts tonight.
Yeah, I think it was full count every at bat. It was weird, yeah. First of all, he's taken some really tough pitches. I think we're pitching him very well. We're not, minus the intentional walk last night, we're not trying to walk him. We're trying to get him out. And I thought the guys overall threw really good pitches to him. He had some really good takes on balls on the edges. And we're going to continue to do it that way. He's a really good player, having a hell of a year. But I love the way we attacked him. And I think it's just more of a credit to him for sitting where he's at right now and not really budging off of his approach. That was the impressive part tonight, I think.
Hey, John, you mentioned that you'll address the base running situation with Vladdy. How do you approach that, and how does he handle that type of criticism when necessary?
He's fine. I think everyone kind of gets caught up in the moment. He's still young. You forget how young these dudes are, and it just gets magnified. Everything gets magnified in games like this. Everything gets magnified at this level, but, he'll be fine. And I know everyone's tired, everyone's grinding, but you got to just leave no margin for error. Just do your thing, do your job, and just play hard, and he'll be fine. And congratulations to Aaron Boone and his staff and the Yankees. This is the hardest division in baseball, and good on them for doing what they did.
John, last year you guys had to watch the Rays celebrate, and this year it's the Yankees here. Is there something that you'd want your players to draw from that?
I don't think so. I think it happened to be here in our stadium, and they gave themselves quite a cushion in the first half. So, we're hoping to be in the postseason. We're hoping to see them. We're hoping to continue to play deep into October. So, I don't think there's anything to draw on it. You move on. You got tomorrow, and you try to win a series.